A spring bubbles up from the ground in the Dog Pound Creek Valley. Cutting through the winter snow, it leaves patches of green showing through in the white landscape. Green that gets taken advantage of by some unusual residents. Well, unusual for this time of year anyway. This killdeer has decided to spend the winter at this particular spring. There are a lot of springs along Dog Pound Creek and over by Water Valley. Some of them, like this little creek along Deer Springs Road, put out enough water to flow ice-free all winter long. The groundwater that feeds the springs nurtures the roots of the aspens and poplars that grow along the banks. And while frost forms on the branches and buds and the leaves left over from last fall, the warmth of the water itself, where it bubbles up out of the ground and flows along, melts the snow along the edges. And even though there might be deep snow in the meadows, the creeks flow pretty much ice-free. The spring water that started as snow melt or rain maybe several years ago has picked up heat from the ground. And where it emerges, it creates its own little microclimates. The air around the water might be quite chilly, cold enough for frosts and little sheets of splash ice to form. The water itself is, well, not bathwater warm, but it's warm enough to keep the water plants green, even though there's frost on everything else. So even though it's January and winter still has a pretty firm grip on the land, springs bring a little bit of springtime. This killdeer really should have gone south and come back here in the spring with the rest of its friends. In the meantime, though, this is all the spring it needs.